Today we have a short clip from our masterclass with Christiansen. Corey's done a bunch of masterclasses inside of Chase Guitar Academy on essential jazz vocab. And in this clip, you get a small taste of what that is all about. If you want to access all of Corey's classes, you can sign up using Corey's link down below. 7-day free trial of Chase's Guitar Academy. Without further ado, here's Corey Christiansen.
Okay, so now let's pull up giant steps, because we're all going to learn how to play giant steps today. Or at least the hard part. It's super easy tune. When you play it as a ballad, it's a super easy tune. When you play it as a fast tune, it's a little tricky. But the only reason it's tricky is because it's unfamiliar. But if we have some fundamentals to get through something that's unfamiliar, we're going to be okay. So if we look at this second page, which is titled The Giant Steps Progression, all I want to do is I just want to dissect this. I want to look at just the first 4 bars, okay, to start, which is going to be G, B flat major, D7, G major, B flat 7, E flat major 7. And then there's a 2-5, but I don't even care about the 2-5 right now. Okay, what I want to look at is what's actually going on, because there is a formula for this. I know some of you know it, but I'm going to tell you what it is anyway. So you start with a major 7 chord, and you go up a minor third actually. Okay, and you play a 5 chord, a dominant chord. And then what do 5 chords do? Let's just talk this out. What do 5 chords usually do? They resolve. They go home. Yes, exactly. They go home. And in this case, home is going to be G major 7. And then we go up a minor third. We go away from home, but we set up a situation that we can get back home. So then I'm going to resolve to E flat. Okay, so what we've basically got is we've got a system of major chords going up minor thirds to dominant chords and then resolving the way we've seen since the dawn of time, which is a 5-1 resolution. Okay, now if we step back and we look at it a little bit, we look at the forest from an aerial view, we can see that there are tonal centers that are major thirds. Okay, G, major third down, B, major third down to G, major third down to E flat. If we work it backwards, E flat, G, B. Well, the roots of those chords make up an augmented triad. Okay, so look, there's been so many guys who have got a doctorate in jazz from writing some kind of thesis about this, okay? We could turn this easily into 100 pages, but I'm like, why? First of all, I already got a job. I don't need this thesis, okay? Like, I want to make this easy. That's what my job is. Chase will tell you, he's hung out with me a bunch now. Like, my job is making stuff easy. Okay, that's what I want to do. So all I'm going to do is I'm thinking about giant steps as a 5-1 progression. And guess what? I'll bet the farm that that's exactly the way Train was thinking about it. Now, Train probably got this cycle from messing around with the 2-5-1. And I'm just going to do like the Cliff Note version of that. If Train had a 2-5-1 in the key of C, he would probably have gone D minor, played the 2 chord, went up a half step and started his cycle. E flat 7, A flat major 7, B7, E7, or E major 7, G7, and then come back to C. Sorry. So it'd sound like this. Okay? Giant steps is no different than that 2-5 cycle. It's just there's no 2. In this cycle, the 2 has been replaced with the 1 chord of B major. But think about this. If that B major, if we took the 2 chord from B major, which would be C sharp minor, and we played C sharp minor here, that D chord would be where? It'd be just up a half step. Okay, so we would be using the Coltrane 2-5 cycle. So what my argument is going to be, guys, is this. That the cycle for giant steps actually started as a way to organize more chords into a 2-5-1. But then Coltrane kind of saw these tonal centers appear and thought, I should probably write a tune around that. Okay, that is such a systematic approach to composition. It's such a systematic approach to composition. So the problem with giant steps that most of us have is not the chords themselves. It's the fact that they've been organized in a way that is very unfamiliar to most of us. It's not what we usually start with. But the way that Coltrane navigates a lot of that fast-moving chords is with various digital patterns. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start here, and it's not going to sound very musical, to be honest. But this is going to be a good practice method for me, okay? I'm going to go B, 1, 2, 3, 5. D, 1, 2, 3, 5. G, 1, 2, 3, 5. B flat, 1, 2, 3, 5. E flat. Okay, and then I'm going to stop on the E flat. So I've got B. Now watch. This is the other thing I'm doing, and I see people mix this up all the time because they want to have new fingerings for things on the guitar so that I don't have to move. Oh my gosh, heaven forbid that we actually move horizontally on the guitar. I don't know why it becomes kind of a thing. That's later. Don't worry about later. What we want to do is reinforce like something simple, okay? So watch. I could even do this. 1, 2, 3, 5. Same string group. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, how glamorous was that? Not very glamorous, to be honest. Actually, if you turn the sound on, though, and you see how much I'm doing this, it's going to look awesome to somebody who doesn't play guitar. It's not mechanically efficient. I don't care about that right now. It's actually probably good for most of us to learn how to shift positions better anyway. So, little side note, little classical guitar technique that I learned here. If your thumb should usually be kind of like in between your first and your second finger on the neck. A lot of us, when we shift, we drag our thumbs. Watch. This is what's going to happen if I don't, if I do it kind of in an undisciplined way. If I start on G and I go to the B flat, see where my thumb ended up? It ended up back here. So this is actually can be a good exercise also for many of you, just technically to shift position. Shift, 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 shift. Okay, and I'm going B, D, G. Oh my gosh. I give you guys this big lecture on how to shift. Did you see how much my thumb dragged, or was it behind the neck enough? My view, it was it was absolutely terrible. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Okay, so I got B, D, G. Now, if I set a metronome to that, which I don't have one set up right here, but let's say I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not really that complicated, okay? This motion, we make too big a deal out of this motion when we play guitar. We view it as too big of an obstacle. It doesn't take much time to go from here to here. So how about you practice this? Middle finger, B, D, G, B flat, E flat. One string, okay? And I'm going to try, and I'll anchor fingers. I'll kind of put fingers 1 and 2 down, but I'll fret the note with finger 2. Okay? B, D, G, B flat, E flat. You're never going to have to move horizontally that fast ever. Okay? But it's kind of nice if I've got that pattern in place. Okay, so let's introduce a new pattern. We'll do pattern 1, and I'll do strings instead of 4 and 3. I'll do 3, 3 and 2. Okay, now let's just slow it down. We don't need to do anything too advanced. That's what I actually love kind of about this concept is we're learning Coltrane's music, right? We're using him as the inspiration. But this doesn't need to be so complicated that it's unattainable for us, even if we don't have a ton of experience. Okay? Because what we're doing is we're extracting a concept. And I think that's actually, when all is said and done, that might be the true genius of Coltrane, is that he used simple fundamentals in a way that became very iconically complex. Probably not to him, though. Not in his mind. It was just fundamentals. Okay, so Oh, whoops, went back to stage 1. Watch this. D. Okay, now I'm going to go to G back here. B flat. So now I've reduced my horizontal travel by probably 50%. B, D, G, B flat, E flat. Okay, so you just try that. I'm going to do it a few times too. Now I need some practice in other areas. So I don't know if you notice what I'm doing, but watch this. Watch my right hand. You see what I'm doing? I'm isolating. I'm only playing up picks. Okay, now Andrew studies with me every other week. Andrew, just give it a thumbs up if I talk about the up picks more than the down picks. Yeah. Okay, it's because we usually kind of don't have as much, we don't have as much kung fu together with the up picks. We just don't. Okay, so watch this. Okay, now I can play this tune. Now, there's nothing new in this tune from here on out. Because if you look at the second 4 bars, what does it do? The second, forget the 2-5. Don't even worry about the 2-5. We don't care about the 2-5. We got plenty of kung fu for the 2-5. Okay, if we need it. Yeah, but if we go to like this G major, that's where my next cycle is going to start. Well, look, it's no different. G goes to B flat, which goes to E flat. We do have one new introduction, F sharp, but F sharp takes me back to the B. Okay, so my tonal centers haven't changed. This whole tune is just 3 tonal centers. Okay, ready for a mind blow?
If you guys want to see the rest of this masterclass from Corey, just sign up for Chase's Guitar Academy using the link in the description below. You'll also get instant access to Corey's first masterclass with us, Jazz Guitar Fluency, and you'll have access to all the other masterclasses that Corey's going to be doing in the coming months. So I will see you guys there, and I know you'll love it.